this is just where it's all starting. Let's talk about this series. If you are just watching at home, just tuning in for the first time, you want to know how we got here, this is the overall format.
Yeah, exactly. And that being said, we started off with a total of 256 teams, and we whittled it down to top 16.
Let's recap last weekend. If you guys didn't catch, we actually covered the top 16 on my own PHL and Sonsoyo's own Ape Squad, where we saw, because, hey, there is an important note about the map pool here, but first, I guess we're going to be talking about the leaderboard, what teams are earning today. Right now, it is full. And, well, I'm thinking that, you know, Sonsoyo, the map pool out here, it's going to be pretty sunny, or it's going to be pretty nightimey. Exactly what players can expect from today's format. For the audience at home, what are we going to be seeing?
Well, the headline is it is a promotion format. We see exactly how the bulk of today plays out. And if you were watching last weekend, you will be very familiar with this. This is the sort of core of the promotion format, eliminated on the right hand side of the screen. The finale is very simple. Very simple. A cash out followed by a best of 3 final round. Every other final round
over and over, but let's take a look at our first matchup, Artie.
Exactly. This is going to be a good one. Auntie's Goo Boys, and, you know, it's going to change everything, but we're about to get to the first map, and Jerry Sonsoyo, it's on to you.
Straight into the action here, and it looks as though there's a little bit of a problem with the HUD, but I do wonder if all of the players are in the lobby right now. In fact, they are slowly coming in. There's some teething issues, but it looks as though they are actually in the lobby. So, interesting. This is, it looks like it's about to be completed by Nightmare with no problem whatsoever, and we have a pause coming in, Sonsoyo. Perhaps inevitable given the interesting state of the lobby. It looks as though Darkside have loaded in on the left-hand side, but we are going to try and figure out this as
Multico, and, well, on behalf of VIA fixing the issues, we're back in.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to be rolling out to Vault 2 right now, and we're going to see both teams. We'll see if Darkside goes for that immediate third party or if they change up their strategy now that the cards have been a little bit dealt early, Jerry. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, so a much more fair playing field, as you can tell here. All 12 players in the lobby. This is the start proper of our day. Ooh, a winch there. Not quite connecting from Miro because he's sniped out of midair by that KS-23, the slug shotgun in the hands of Apo, our sole Canadian representative here today in the top 8. And they've already found that opening, so they can move away. The heavy as well being picked in that fight is a massive deal. Kusanagi and Rekobs in this double light composition that is proving so popular in the competitive scenes on Sonsoyo. Auntie's Goo Boys allowed time to set up. How many times have we said before that you cannot let AGB get their defensive fortress online?
Yeah, you cannot let them set up, but I would like to note Nightmare going to be taken out by Envy on the other side of the map, but we're going to see how this fight goes for Darkside and Auntie's Goo Boys. They were setting up those mines on those doors, but it looks like we're going to stay on this side with Envy, not Bubba, just posturing up. Here goes the fight on the other side of the match, and it's going to be a little bit of a slow one. They're going to have to look for something, but we keep swapping back and forth, looking for this action right here as Nightmare tries to go in and out, but it looks like Rekop's taking out KD Killer, and this could be the opening that they need for Auntie's Goo Boys. They need to make their approach, but they still have to be wary of those mines with that healing emitter as well from Apo kind of backing up. That could be the little bit of advantage in health pool that they need to take this fight and swing it in their favor, but it looks like KD Killer just going to coin back in.
There we go, and this is all in AGB's favor. They have that store potential. They drop the box. Now we're seeing Apo providing that shield for his teammate Ikazo, who can punch through it with those double deagle banana skins. One of my favorite skins in the game. KD Killer once again off screen gets a kill. How often have we said that? No matter the team, he's just darting around like a little wasp while these two heavies attract everyone's attention. He's gone and killed both the lights on Darkside. Meanwhile, only about 30 seconds left. Darkside still licking their wounds. Feels like they're going to have mouths full of blood by the end of it because it just doesn't stop. The pain train does not have brakes for Auntie's Goo Boys. They do not let you breathe. Another drop comes out, and now they have the high ground. Out comes the anti-gravity cube. There's always another thing with Auntie's Goo Boys. Like we said, if this is the first time you're watching them, this is what they're all about. Imagine playing against this. Darkside are going to crumble now as Apo decides to pull the trigger. Full throttle over Miro. Ikazo collects recobs, and that is a wipe against Darkside.
Yeah, I mean, dude, their util usage is immaculate, but we're going to hop over on this other fight. You do look like this point's going to be pulled out, but the winch comes out. Uni is in trouble to be taken out, but I think they bought themselves enough time to stall this point. It looks like Gremlin's also on those pyro mines, which could be very interesting in this match. Maybe taking a book out of AGB over here. But ultimately, it's just going to be Gremlin last up with that winch. He's going to be backing up, trying not to wipe, but he will be found by Lamp and taken out right here. And that's going to be a little bit of detriment to their money.
And of course, the money already collected here by Envy. So Nightmare may have taken a few kills at the end of that, but it doesn't matter too much. As this next set of vaults get started, we can see Nightmare closing in on Darkside, so we're going to have a slightly different dynamic going. And also, AGB, they managed to get the vault started and defending already in the Cyber Cafe. This is excellent news for them. A little bit of housekeeping while we're in a slight lull in the action. Nightmare, you might notice, have a player called Bojack Goonman. That is Grad. He just changed his name recently. We have to deal with it, unfortunately. And the winch fight comes out here. Nice trades coming up between Nightmare and Darkside. 1 versus 1, and Grad is the one to clean it up. It's like he knew he wanted the spotlight. It's like he knew I was talking about him.
Yeah, exactly. But now they're going to get a pretty good opportunity to get this plug going. They're going to be going to D. And honestly, I'm pretty sure this one's over on that half bridge. And this is a very difficult point to hold if you do not have that winch in sight. So let's see how Lamp sets this up, if he's going to opt to winch it over or just let it play that drop. And they're going to be looking for this high ground ultimately. But Darkside spawning back in, maybe the team to kind of put that pressure on. The other side of the map, it looks like Envy's not going to be able to get Auntie's Goo Boys down, but it looks like a 1v1. So we'll see how that ends up. But ultimately, here's the fight breaking out up on this billboard. Grad's going to be taking this height, using that 93R, poking them off that high ground. Looks like an aggressive gateway going to be coming out, and they're going to be using that invis to just play very close together. And here we go, going to be dropping it. I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. It's super high up. Good call-outs, Jerry. I'm going to be getting some good damage, but Laz up there on that high ground with that repeater going to be easily taken out. Kusanagi and Recobs, but ultimately it's going to be Nightmare taking this one.
Yeah, I did my VOD review. I wonder if Nightmare did too. Darkside love that double gateway stack, but unfortunately hasn't worked out for them in this instance. We can see, based on the kill feed and the health bars on the other side of things, that Auntie's Goo Boys, again, are holding firm against a full health Envy, and now we get to see Envy's last attempt with about 20 seconds left to try and stick this, throwing out as much as they can. Gremlin's taken the Pyro Mines as well. He's taken a leaf out of Apo and Ikazo's playbooks. They get the kills they need. It's only Ikazo left, but he has the Goo Gun, of course, if he can find the range. Oh, they stick the steel through the anti-grav cube. Envy flip it at the last second, and it sets up a near certain three-way tie going into the final wave of cash-outs with Darkside trailing behind the rest.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to see Nightmare win this box, and it's looking pretty good for them. 30 seconds on that cash out, and it's going to be going a three-way tie. This is pretty good, but honestly, Envy still being in the lead, that's going to be a big advantage going into them. But as this fight breaks out, this could be the moment Darkside breaks open this cash out game. But look at this, Grad up on this high ground, protecting Lasagna up on that peak right there with his repeater. And look at that transfer, great target priority from Lamp, just playing this cash out so defensively right now. Finds that pick on Recobs, and that's going to be them taken out. Kusanagi just last one up for them, and it's not going to be enough to get this cash out. This is a decent position for Nightmare and a decent position for Auntie's Goo Boys. They just have to win one more cash out. We'll see how Envy likes to play this, but here we go. Going to be taken out by Lamp, cleaning up crew on Darkside.
Importantly, Nightmare are slightly further behind the pace. Because of that, they have less of a say in how this next vault will play out. We can see Envy already stationed on Vault 6. That means, in my mind, AGB have free reign over Vault 5. We can see they have tapped it in the distance, but this fight between Nightmare and Envy, one for the ages potentially. Remember, you lose this and another cash out, you're eliminated from the top 8 very quickly. So, who will take Vault 6? Opening frag of the 3 versus 3 goes to Bojack Goonman, Grad himself, the clutch master. Can he deliver here? Envy managed to get parity, bringing Uni back up, but they have escaped with the box. Not far behind are Envy, though. They are taking flak, though. It seems as though Lasagna has turned about face and he's delivered pain with that repeater. The Light Slayer, a second one as he takes down not Bubba. As I say it, both lights hit the deck and they're stuck on this bridge. This is a horrible position for Envy. Sonsoyo.
Yeah, exactly. Lasagna going to be taken out, and Gremlin also taken out. Lamp's going to be able to find those trades. Ultimately, Nightmare winning that fight, and that's going to be massive for them in a little bit of a nightmare for Envy.
Darkside, they are likely to have gone to try and tackle AGB. It seems as though AGB, Auntie's Goo Boys, are battling on the far side in the Nozomi half of the map. And they're holding height. They've got those bananas. They've got that shield. This is exactly what they want. There's no way on Darkside that you can approach this without some smart gateway play, but they're going to be watching the skies. KD Killer certainly is as he finds that opening frag onto Recobs, and it's forced Miro and Kusanagi back into the depths of this building. But KD Killer does not say die. Well, he does say die. He says die twice to the lights on the side of Darkside. Miro reses up Recobs, but again, it feels like it's going to be another case of a death by 1,000 cuts for Darkside over here. I have to say, I think AGB have this in the bag right now, and, you know, they're ahead in cash as it stands. They should be able to lock this out. So we're going to turn our attention to Cash Out A between Nightmare and Envy. Who might be coming through with AGB, Sonsoyo?
Yeah, this high ground's a great position to be in. They're going to be forced to get on
that
point,
shot.
But Gremlin taking some big damage, a great headshot, but it looks like Lance going to be taken out as well earlier on. He's finally going to get that coin back up, and that's going to be a full reset. I do like that fourth point from Envy, but this high ground position from Nightmare is just so detrimental. Not Bubba going to be trying to push aggressively, but it's not going to work out as Grad takes him out. Gremlin just bobbing and weaving in and out that door, and it's not looking good. Envy, last leg up. Uni 1 HP up on this high ground, and it's just going to be spraying and fraying from Nightmare. You're going to try and use that nullifier to get that advantage, but it's not going to be enough.
That's it. Nightmare defend their box against Envy. So strong in Cash Out consistently throughout the past few.
AGB, there's just so much displacement that can be caused, and you can just run in those mines pretty easily. We didn't see much of that, but ultimately it's just so tricky, especially when these